What's up, Master Builders, and welcome back to Ginty Bricks Railway. And today I got an amazing mod showcase for you guys. And it might be little, but it's still enough for a video. And yes, we are going to be talking about the narrow gauge truck for the narrow gauge railway. And just before I get into the information of the actual trucks itself and the model, I gotta quickly mention that these trucks are actually being run on these amazing narrow gauge tracks from Trick Bricks, and I'm glad that Trick Bricks actually have made a whole narrow gauge track system for anybody who wants to get into narrow gauge railway. But with that set out of the way, I can actually just sort of talk about these trucks. The fun thing about these trucks that, not the black one, no, not the black, the brown one, the grey one on the other hand, I actually built this way before the Skarloey railway engines. And the fun fact is that it was actually meant to be built with Prairie in mind. That engine in the background that is being featured in that book, that's actually the Forest Railway Stories. So yeah, this was actually meant to be the same size as this, so this is meant to be a standard truck. So yeah, a standard truck is actually the same size as the Skarloey Railway engines truck. Yeah, this is like this is actually a multi video. This is a multi-purpose. It can substitute for a Skarloey Railway engine, and plus these Forster's wide engines as well. That is based on the book. That's, as you can see, I like promoting as much as possible. But yeah, this is the origin of this truck. This truck was originally built for him. But of course though, over when I managed to build the whole Skarloey Railway, the truck ended up being this actual nice way of building it. And another funny thing about it is that you might have seen his brother or cousins once before. It's also based on the actual Skarloey Railway slate truck. Funny enough, for that engine for the Prairie I just showed you, this truck was actually based literally 100% based on this truck here. On the slate truck, I just basically filled out the actual gap parts with just a normal bricks, and boom, go away slate truck. So yeah, this is sort of my build, but also with Wile E. Coyote influence inside it. And not even before touching that, I definitely want to show you how big it is from a normal engine. Well, either Hugh, because he was technically the last engine. Technically I shouldn't use Fred, but for Ivy Hugh though, you got to see the size comparison. And yes, these trucks are way smaller than the locomotive itself, but like I said on the slate truck review, the Taliclane and the Skarloey trucks are actually meant to be this small. It's meant to be tiny. It's actually that tiny, so can't believe how tiny this is. Now I can actually get on to the actual review itself. Whew, so much to say in one go. But like I said though, this is basically a normal truck. Basically you can just do whatever colour you want, to be honest. But yeah, this is basically a slate truck with just changed out the actual gaps with bricks in it. And of course it's been attached by a jumper plate, 2 jumper plates on a 2x3, and the other parts are just being filled out by the actual 1x1 tile plates. And of course you've got a 2x1x2 tile plates here to guide the actual buffer beam, just so it doesn't fall off halfway. And that's been attached by the normal wheels. So you just like take it here. Actually, I've got to take it off to show off the bracket pieces that create the buffers. So it's one of those 1x2, but the bracket part is a 1x4. You gotta have that particular piece, because if you're having that 1x2 that is bracket piece by 1x2, then it will interfere with the wheels. So having it like this type of bracket will not interfere at all. And of course the buffer beam itself, you got a plate here, a tile here, and a jumper plate in the middle that acts as a coupling rod. And you got a 4x6 plate, or you can actually, for this case, you can actually use a 2x4 and a 4x4 plate if you really want to, or whichever one you want to design. And then you've got bricks all around, and then you just tile it up on the top. And that's basically it. That's literally a Skarloey truck. That's actually how quick and easy. And just show off the brown one as well. The buffer beams are black. I think you can just do it in brown if you really want to, but I just got black and spare, so I was like, yeah, let's do it in black. And on my layout, Fred is actually going to be pulling these trucks. So let's bring Fred onto the scene and let's look at what he looks like with the trucks. And of course, since Fred is actually a 4-stud wide engine, it's not community size with that, so it is just a good portion for him to pull. So got to take away Fred though, because he's not needed at the moment. And that's as much time as we have for the Skarloey truck today. But of course though, I hope you master builders enjoyed the showcase today, and stay tuned for more content. What content? As far as I know, this is actually the very last model that I literally have. As soon as I release this video, unless I actually build Gordon, Henry, or Rebecca is on the list, Pip and Emma, Jeffrey, or any of the other small engines like Wilbert more likely, Ryan hopefully, George, Trevor. Unless I actually manage to do any of that, this might actually be the last video for a while. By the time we've put this video, because I think it's actually in July or August. Who knows, I might actually got something by then. But just to let you know though, this is one of those videos when it's actually going to be the very last video until a further notice. But I hope, but of course, scrapping all that, stay tuned for more content, hopefully. And don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below. And don't forget to stay on track.